Hey everybody, it's your girl Jasmine. I know it's been a minute. It really has been a minute, but it goes into my topic today. And my topic the topic is going to be called I'm Not a Slave to My Feelings. Don't be a slave to your feelings. And for a minute now, I've been a slave to my feelings. Like, I just ain't been feeling like it. Things been going on. Different things have taken place in my life. And it's just kind of like you lose that enthusiasm. You lose that motivation of what once had you excited. I'm not going to say I lost my passion, but definitely motivation. And it makes me think of, when I started off this year, I was like, I'm going to be consistent. And I'm telling you, anytime you speak something out of your mouth, it's like, you're going to catch hell. Like, it's literally whatever you say, because we have power it's power in our tongue. And so whatever you speak out into the atmosphere, be mindful that there are going to come some things that's going to try to challenge you, or that's going to distract you from what you say that you're going to do. And so that has happened. But one thing about life is that, you can get up and you can start again. And so that's what I'm doing. But today's topic, I'm not a slave to my feelings. It's so funny that I'm talking about this. But I was just scrolling on Instagram and talking to my sister or whatever, and I came across this post. Dana Chanel, she's like the creator of Sprinkle of Jesus, and she was just like, it wasn't even a post. I was just like, how you look at people comments, like you scrolling down your timeline or whatever, and she's been working out or whatever, and that's another thing that I need to do. I need to work out. But she's been working out, and somebody had wrote to her and was like, how do you find time to do what you're doing or whatever like that? Like, how do you have energy? And she was like, I don't have energy, but I create it because I'm not a slave to my feelings. I'm a slave to no one, not even my own body. And I was like, Jesus, like, that was just so good. And it just made me think about how many things, or what's things that have us being a slave to our feelings has stopped us from accomplishing our goal. Or even if you're still in the process of accomplishing your goal, it stopped you from getting it done in a timely manner that you could have finished this goal already. And so that really checked me. And it's just like, okay, every Friday to come, I'm like, all right, Jasmine, don't be a slave to your feelings. Don't be a slave to your feelings. Don't be a slave to your feelings. And it's like, oh my gosh. And like, even like now, like earlier today, because I worked later, and I'm not even going to bring up all the excuses, but it's like, we cannot be slave to our feelings. How many times, like I said, like, you don't get things done because I don't feel like doing it. How many times, there's relationships that could have mended, but I don't feel like forgiving, or I don't feel like working out, or I don't feel, and we don't realize that we do not have to be led by our feelings. Your feelings are temporary. They change as the situation change. And for us to rely on them, how unstable does that make us as a person? And it's just like, even with the results, anything that you want done, it's like we pick and choose when we're not going to be led by our feelings. And like for me, like, okay, I know I have to go to work. I don't feel like going to work every day, but I get up and go because I want that check. Okay. Or, even with like other things, like, at my church, I have, responsibilities there. And it's like, I don't feel like all the time, but I value, my position and things of that nature. And so, but when it comes to FaceMeFridays, Jasmine, you don't feel like making a video, but what? So we have to press past our feelings. And this is speaking to myself. But we have to press past our feelings. Who cares if you don't feel like it? it needs to get done. And as you start doing the thing, it erases the initial feeling. So you're being led by your feelings. Your feelings are based on your situation. But if you're a creator, you can create your own atmosphere. You can create your own situation as you begin to do something, like me making this video. I didn't feel like making this video, but now I'm talking, my help is coming on, okay? And so it's like, that's just with anything in life. Like, you cannot be led by your feelings. We are not slaves to our feelings. You're not a slave. Oh, I feel like I'm depressed. You don't have to be a slave to that. Just because you feel something, we do not have to make it real in our lives. I may feel a certain way, but you have the power to press. We don't realize how much power that we have that lies on the inside of us. Just because you feel a certain way, or just because, you know, oh my God, I feel like this, or I feel like that. You don't have to be a slave to that. You can change it. You have the power to change it. And it's time for us as a generation to really tap into the power that we have, to tap into the things that we hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, even with the gym, you know, people, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym, or I don't feel like doing this work. But because you want the results that you're wanting, you're going to press past those feelings. And when you press past those feelings, you're so appreciative. You're so much more thankful of the results that you're getting because you made a decision to press past it. And that's what we got to do, y'all. And that's what I got to do. And I'm speaking to myself. Like, you have to press, in order to get things accomplished in life, we're not always going to feel like doing it. Think about families. You know what I mean? I'm sure, like, my parents, when they didn't feel like, you know, sometimes you don't feel like being a mother. You don't feel like being a husband. You don't feel like being a wife. You don't feel. But because of what you're attached to, because of the name that you carry, despite how you feel, you're going to carry out those responsibilities. And that's what we have to do. Not just do it in one aspect of our life, but we have to be consistent in everything that we do. That just because we don't feel like it, that you have to press past that. Because when you do, we don't realize that we're all connected to each other. And so you may not see the fruits of your labor right off the bat, but as you continue to go, you'll see that, hey, oh my gosh, I see so-and-so, she pressed past this, I know I can do it too. Like, everybody vibe off each other. You got to stop isolating yourself. You got to stop, you know, just me, myself, and I, and all this. If you feel like you're going in a deep, dark depression, or you feel like you're dropping into a hole, it's time for you to get out and start connecting yourself to somebody. Find somebody that you find yourself accountable to, somebody that can speak life to you, somebody that can speak to life to you, whether you feel like it or not. Because we cannot be led by our feelings, y'all. We can't. It's too much in us. It's too much work that we got to do. I'm telling you, like, that thing just did something to me when I see that. She said, I am not a slave to my feelings. And I was like, I've been a slave to my feelings, y'all. I've been a slave to my feelings. That's why I ain't been on here doing these videos, because I've been a slave to my feelings. Woo! I feel like I'm in church. I wish I had a little organ, keyboard people behind me. But anyways, y'all, we gotta do better. We got to move forward. And we just gotta execute. We just have to execute. And that's me. I'm speaking to myself with just everything that I want to do. That don't be a slave to y'all feelings, y'all. Don't be a slave to your feelings. Don't be a slave to anything. Don't be a slave to depression. Don't be a slave to anger. Don't be a slave to sadness. That don't belong to you. You have the power to create whatever feeling that you want. You can expedite or slow down a feeling. How a feeling come, you can get rid of that thing. We don't realize how powerful our mind is, how powerful us as a people we are. We are powerful. And we just have to activate that thing, y'all. Everything that you need is on the inside of you. Everything that you need is on the inside of you. It's just a matter of us becoming aware of what we already have. When you realize that, when you go everything in life, like this one example coming up, being a driver. It's not like I went and they put something in me to be a driver. Becoming a driver was already in me. I just had to activate that thing. And so sometimes we waiting around for stuff to happen, but it's just time for you to tap into it and realize who you are and activate it. You praying for it. Oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. You are already that. It's just time for you to walk in it and activate it. And so that's what I got to say to y'all. And I'm speaking to myself. But 2019, I said in the beginning of this year, 2019 is manifestation all 2019. Anything you want is going to come. It's going to come to pass. But we cannot be a hindrance to our own blessings. We cannot stop the flow. We determine how fast or how slow something come to pass in our life, or something is revealed or something manifests in our life. We determine that. And so you have to make up your mind. You got to pick up your feet and get to moving, because it's too much on the inside of you. It's too much on the inside of you for us to be sitting around and looking at other people. And then what can give you some more urgency, because this has been giving me some urgency too. How many people are connected to you? How many other people, because we are all somebody's answered prayer. So how many people are praying for something that you have the ability to do? You have the ability to make it come to pass, but they feel like it's not going to happen because you ain't moving. Y'all don't hear me today. But anyway, it's hard. It's hard being consistent. No, I'm not going to say it's hard. It's just that don't be a slave to your feelings. Don't be a slave. And that's what I'm just learning. I'm not going to be a slave to my feelings, even when I don't feel like it. If y'all don't see me for a minute, y'all better send me some message and be like, Jasmine, what you doing? Get it together. But yeah, y'all, we got to do this thing. I'm telling you, it's so much in store for us. It's so much on the inside of us, and you just can't just let it go to waste. Please don't let it go to waste. Please. If you ain't got nobody rooting for you, I'm rooting for you. Please don't let it go to waste. You got this. And if you need some help, whatever, talk to me. If I don't know, I'm going to find the answer. I'm going to connect you to somebody, because it's just too much on the inside of you. It's too much on the inside of you. And we can't just let all this goodness and gracious go to waste. Okay? So anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Until next week, y'all, stay blessed. Until next week, y'all, stay blessed.